All power belongs to Jesus. That should shame unto you. All power belongs to Jesus. All power belongs to Jesus. That should shame unto you. All power belongs to Jesus. I see the walker, he depend them. I see the sweet us, he depend them. Yendeba, 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 Thank you, Ice.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for being patient with us. We're going to be taking more breaks like that from time to time. Thank you. Mr. Tunanja, please, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me this in Kechi. And obviously, I have to declare that I am one of those people that guy was looking for. That thinks that this ASUU stuff is a bit of a nonsense that is going on, and our people, we really need to start understanding where our problems are coming from. First of all, the court now has issued a judgment in favor of the government in terms of asking ASUU to return back to classrooms, and now that has taken away ASUU's legal legitimacy to an extent, and not to mention their democratic deficit. This is not an organization that is elected by anyone. And they come into office, they are employees. If you don't like the job, they don't quit. They shut down the tertiary education system of a nation where they are not elected at all. That is strange. If this was Boko Haram that was doing this, we'll be losing it. They have the power, because of the support people give to them, to shut down a national education system for 7 months. I think that is a problem, because if we all support what ASUU is fighting for, if they claim to be fighting for, like, which is better funding for the universities, better facilities, students getting quality education, research and all of them, we all support it. But when they step over the line to start damaging the same objective, 40 years at least. You can't make excuses for that kind of person. If a government, Buhari government, lasted for 40 years, making this type of excuse, Buhari government has just been in office for 8 years, and we have all lost patience with them. And somehow we excuse ASUU's failure. And at the time when ASUU's formula was created, people that go to university were fewer. Even if federal government gives ASUU what they wanted, ASUU still needs to create a different funding formula to sustain tertiary education, because this is not how tertiary education is generally funded in the world. Because there's a lot of private aspect to it. The government just funds the students to go to school instead of funding the entire thing, and then the workers in that edifice decide to create a kind of quasi-government where they hijack a state sector. No, that cannot be allowed to stand. We have turned everything, we have turned our country to something else. Well, just because we hate the government, we start supporting things that are not right. If ASUU wants to run for office, let them go and run. Then they can pass the law to favor themselves. People will vote for them. Let's see how many people vote for them. All the people that like to talk about how they support ASUU. Now they will have the power of the state. Let them do their job. For 40 years, we can't be making excuses for failure. That is one. Then not to mention, when they are going on strike, I support strike, actually. I don't have any problem with people striking if they feel that they are being hard done by. But the strike should not be become a problem itself, because students now are sitting at home for more than this is 7 months now, and they've lost this year's education. That's for sure. 1 year gone. If that course was supposed to be 3 years or 4 years, they'll spend 5 years doing that course, because ASUU has turned a grievance protest into a damaging this affair now. And that is what people miss. All the people that like to support them, they miss the fact that poor people, children, are not attending schools at all. See, our education, this in the military is not very good, but yet they still function. We still manage to use them as they are. We can't use the perfect to be the enemy of the good. No matter what ASUU gets, will never be perfect. So why not just carry on working while you take the government to court, while you find other funding formula? At least our students will be getting educated, because the world is not waiting for us. These 7 months now, the entire world has moved on, while Nigerians are sitting down arguing about school fees, and this has gone on for decades. That's another reason why people should not be excusing ASUU. A third one, they are also, from their action, they claim that, some people claim that the federal government, people in the federal government don't want to educate Nigerians. They don't care about education. They have to ask themselves, what do you think ASUU is doing? ASUU is aiding them. This is why I say they have a symbiotic relationship. ASUU is aiding them to achieve their ends, because the students are sitting at home without education at all. The federal government didn't call the closure of universities. ASUU did, for 7 months. And funny enough, they called the closure of universities for 7 months while they still claim that they are doing research, when their main charge, which is the students, their reason for existence, they abandoned them. But their research is quite important to them, so they carry on doing that one. Is it not an organization that has lost their way here? Then there's another one again. Not to mention, look at Nigeria as a whole. ASUU's salary right now, compared to what many other countries have, is higher than the average wage in the country. That's the other. In the UK, the average wage and the amount that the lecturers earn is a lot closer together than it is in Nigeria. And yet they feel that other people should suffer. You know, the policeman should go to work, the soldiers should be defending them and dying, and the doctors should be treating, like as if they are the only ones that have. Breaking news. That is not a new thing. ASUU is making it look like they are the first to suffer injustice in this country. For me, you can protest your injustice, but don't damage the young generation that are coming through in the process. For 7 months, that is not, there's no excuse. You notice I keep saying that 7 months, because I don't dispute what they are, I don't disagree with their mission goal. But if somebody is telling you that they want to help you, when they are at the same time, they are taking pounds of flesh from your body, you better start asking yourself, what is going on here? That's just one again. Not to mention, I talked about how they listen. Even if the federal government gave them everything they wanted, it's not going to make any difference, because they still need more money to fund the universities. And I've seen on TV today when they were telling them that, why don't you have a different funding formula? They refused. It's like, why are you so focused on the government as if you and the government are on the same level? You have not been elected. Nobody elected you into office. It's like they are fighting a war with the government as if they are an elected body that is empowered to fight the government. You can't. If anybody is any kingdom here, tell me if you are from the Benin kingdom or Yoruba kingdom. The king makes a proclamation. You will see one small guy that is the teacher in a storyteller of the village come and question the king's decision. Leadership involves so many things. The Nigerian defense budget was doubled recently, which is still minuscule. It was doubled to 4-point-something billion from 2-point-something billion. Maybe because of the insecurity problem, the federal government took that money that we're supposed to give to education to plow into security. They are not the ones. ASUU is not the one making the decision for security. They are not the one making decision for foreign policy. They are not. They just act as if they are part of the government now.
Excuse me. I only have about 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
Mr. Tunaja, please go ahead.
Okay. So that is the point I'm making there, is that what they are supposed to be doing. And if they are genuinely fighting for the students, then they should make the students a priority and let the students return back to the classroom.
So what is your point exactly?
My point
That
is that
to be blamed.
no, I said both of them should be blamed. Federal government
Okay,
is
the government
even more,
yes.
The federal government is even more culpable than ASUU. Because if I was running a property and I have a tenant that is trying to wreck the property and usurp a flat, I will chuck that tenant out. The federal government has been voted in to protect the interests of the country, and they allow a quasi organization in the university to usurp the tertiary education system of that country.
Okay, Mr. Tunaja, that's fine. Please, let's move straight to, because, well, I don't have anything to say concerning your submission on.
They need to understand their place. They are not the government.
I was expecting your stand on this particular issue, but let's move straight to Wike, please. Thank you.
Okay, so about Wike, this one really surprises me. I think Atiku doesn't care too much about winning, because I keep scratching my head every day. I was like, is he Atiku running for office or is he Wike? Because Atiku is not behaving like he's the one that is actually going to run for office. Because how can you be tussling with somebody that is not running for office? If anything, Wike is going to be better off if Atiku loses. Because from my judgment already, based on what I see in election cycles, the next cycle is when PDP is more likely to take office. So what Atiku is doing right now by not even willing to sacrifice ASUU, it's like he doesn't care about winning as much as he cares about scoring a point against somebody that is not running for office. If he cannot even make that kind of simple judgment, man, how is this guy going to run the country? You have to make basic judgments like this every day when you are running a country. You have to always go for the greater good. If you believe running for office is for the greater good of the country, are you blocking the greater good for the country? You are using one man, putting him in place of 200 or something million people, because you want to tussle with Wike for what again? What are you trying to win? What I don't know. This is a no-brainer. I don't even get it. So in my head, in my mind, Atiku has a lot to think about with the way he has handled this. It didn't need to happen like this at all. He won a primary from nowhere, and somehow he's behaving like a sore winner. I don't understand that. I really don't. That for me, when you win, you're supposed to be gracious, isn't it? In victory, so that everybody can come together.
So do you think there's an hidden do you think there's a motive? There's an hidden motive, towards this whole thing? Because I am as confused as you are. Somebody that is willing to win, but Brian Nice already said these guys don't believe in campaign. They believe they're going to buy the votes. Maybe that is why he's acting the way he's acting. But do you think that there's an ulterior motive as to the reason why he's not even paying attention to Wike's demands?
I suspect, if you ask me, my own conspiracy theory is that Atiku wants Peter Obi to win. That's my conspiracy, because Peter Obi was his candidate in the previous election. Then there is this other thing too, where in the party recently they said the autumn this body committee was the one that made the primaries open instead of so that they have to zone it. So there's something that happened in that party that we still don't fully understand. And because of all those shenanigans that has happened, my suspicion is that maybe as people think, he just wanted maybe Peter Obi to make it there somehow. Because I still keep hacking back to that previous rumor that came out that people dismissed as if it's nothing, that Atiku wanted the candidate from the south to come from the southeast specifically, while Wike and the others said it has to come to the entire south. And that committee, I just verified from Ovie the other day, he said that committee was the one that led by Autumn, whom is an ally of Wike, that said that the primary should be open. So maybe that is why. And if you look at the way Atiku is behaving, this guy doesn't seem to be thinking that he's going to win the election. Because if somebody wants to win the election, campaign is going to be starting in a few days. Governors are walking out of a meeting. That is not somebody that wants to win an election. If you personally, that's my own theory. And anybody that is supporting PDP, I really feel sorry for them right now because the way Atiku is handling this thing is complete rubbish. If he truly wants to win, this stuff should have been resolved a long time ago. Even IU should have voluntarily stepped down. Because if you want your party to win, in other words, sooner or later, the benefits of that your party winning is going to come back to you. After all, it's your guy that is in office, which would have been Atiku if Atiku had won. So why would IU not make the temporary sacrifice so that Atiku can win? The whole thing, it just mystifies me. Other than that conspiracy theory. That's really what that seems to make sense right now. So that's it. That's where I'll stop. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Tunanja, for your submission right there. I can see we have more people on the comments, and we also do have a caller right here, but we're going to quickly take the caller. Sorry, guys, hold on. We're going to quickly take the caller before we move straight. Oh, I think we lost the caller. Okay, please, you can always call back. The phone number is already right there on the screen, so you can always call back. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Let me just take time out to acknowledge more people right there that we have on screen. I can see Bella Naomi right there, Jejela, yes, Smith George is also right here. Kelvin Kerr, I see you too. Thank you so much for joining me. Namdi Ife Kandu, I see you too. Okay, Mutir is right here. Joseph Oji Guy Onwalile is right here. Smith George 2NG is also right here with us. Samuel Olaka. Sonny, I see you too. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate every single one of you. Osanye, when Monday or Morodio, I see you. Chinoye is right here with us. Udoka, Joy Alozie, I see you. Mario Gino is also right here with us. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate every single one of you. We're going to be going straight to the next person we have here, which is God's Vision TV. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining me. Okay, I'm so sorry. I think that caller is calling right back. Just hold on, guys. Please, let's quickly take this call and would move straight to the next person. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
Good evening, Kachi. Good evening to all these panelists and everybody watching around the globe. I just want to contribute some words concerning what Tunaja said about ASUU and the government. Because Tunaja have been for so long time since I've been following up with this platform. It's really hard not to crack. This guy is really hard not to crack because I was having in any subject, any topic we want to discuss about in this platform, Tunaja must be a different person. I know opinion differs, but this his own is different because Tunaja opinion differs from everybody in all topics we discuss on this platform. Maybe he purposely do it because that's what I think. He purposely doing all these things. Because if you observe, he barely miss any of the program. He's always there, as if he don't even have work. Please, guy, you need to go and look for something else to do. Not for you to be on this platform every day to cause catastrophe. Look at this thing we are discussing. Look at what ASUU. Have you even wonder what ASUU need for the federal government. ASUU it's not for only ASUU benefit. ASUU needs things that will still benefit the student. Look at what ASUU is it president or the ASUU chairman is talking today on the Arise TV. That students using kerosene stove as replacement for bouncy burner in the laboratory. Is that good for our education sector? Using kerosene stove for replacement for bouncy burner, and you are still there convincing people that ASUU is at fault? How long will ASUU continue to go on strike? Can't our government end this thing once and for all? This ASUU strike, I've known about this strike for so long since I was born. That is why I've known Nigeria. ASUU strike every session, every season, the student must miss 2, 3 months, 4 months from all their session. Why? How long will it continue to be like this? They say they should go back to class. Go back to which class? As the man said, Nigeria should be ready to lose most of our professional lecturers, because that is where they are going right now. Because if Nigeria refuses to answer these lecturers, I bet you many lecturers are going to travel out of Nigeria. All of them will relocate overseas, as we are losing doctors and other things. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Who's
Hello, Kechi, can you hear us? Can anyone hear us here?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, all right. I just continue from where she stopped. I think she's having problems with a network. Oh, from what the caller has just said, well, God bless you, caller. But one thing we have to say here, Mr. Caller, I know Mr. Two Ninja is he comes here. He's not somebody that he doesn't have a job. You know, let's respect each other's opinion. Even though I can disagree on what this strike of ASUU and things like that with Mr. Two Ninja does not makes me want to look at him as somebody who comes here to cause a chaos. I don't see him like that. He has been coming here and saying his opinion as a Nigerian. So we should respect that. That's his own opinion. That is my own opinion. I actually love him while he's here. And anytime he's here, I love it because we don't have to agree on anything. We must disagree to find a common ground to see where we are heading to. So please let us respect each other's opinion. This morning we had a disagreement on this ASUU, and he said he thinks that the ASUU should be blamed, and I said no, it's the government. But that does not mean that he doesn't have a job. He comes here because he does not have a job. And we all come here voluntarily because we believe that anything that we can give into to the Nigerian people so that it can change the status quo. That is all what we need. We don't need to divide ourselves. So I just think, Mr. Caller, let us try to see each other as one and hear each other's opinion. So that's my own. So the next person here now, before Mrs. Kachi comes back, I think it should be Mr. Kennedy. Is that Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Kennedy, sir, let's hear your opinion on this. Thank you very much.
Is it on the ASUU strike or what?
On all of them, ASUU strike and the PDP wranglings and all of them. We just want to hear your opinion, sir.
Okay. First of all, we've been on this ASUU strike for quite a time now. I don't think I have much to talk about ASUU strike anymore, because I think they are on the right path. They are striking. They are at home. The government should listen to them because there was an agreement. I don't even understand when they said the court asked them to go back to their classes. I don't understand that. I'm not a lawyer, but when there's an agreement, the federal government is supposed to fulfill their part of the bargain. I think the court is supposed to ask the federal government to fulfill their part of the bargain so that these people have to go back to class. And the federal government is not ready because their children are not here. Last time, I think the Buhari's wife, I don't know if she's still Buhari's wife, was I think she tweeted that the son's wife had I think first class or whatever from a particular university which she refused to mention. I think that is where their interest lies. They don't care about the common man. They don't care about the entire populace. What they care about is their children schooling abroad. They cause you ask the federal government to fulfill their part of the bargain. That's what I see about ASUU strike. The PDP wranglings. I think God is dividing the PDP. Like Tunaja said, he said that I just came in and I heard Tunaja said Atiku is behaving like somebody who is not contesting. It's like Wike is the one that is contesting. For me, I don't even take side with Wike in the first place because Wike and the southern governors, I think they messed up initially because their agitation was the presidency should come to the south. And when they refused to uphold to what they were agitating for, that was when the Northerners they saw them as people that they backing, they cannot bite. They back, they don't bite. They should have just upheld that. The presidency should come because this is a rotational presidency. That's what their agreement is. They're in their constitution, PDP constitution, that the presidency should be rotating between the north and the south. When Atiku refused to agree to that, and that's when they should have just allowed Atiku. You carry everything, go if you don't want to agree. So and when they agreed to that, because Wike thought it was going to win, I think that was when the problem started. But anyway, having said that, Wike he came second, and he has not been respected. All along, he has been dancing. I see no reason why. Have you ever seen governors dancing abroad, dancing and saying rubbish? He's not my senior anyway, so I can use that word on him. He's dancing as if he's just a tout. Well, he's supposed to deal with the needful. He's just been dancing and saying they paint them, they paint them as they swear. What kind of nonsense is that? We are supposed to face what the problem is. You are supposed to defend the South. You're supposed to defend your country. You're supposed to defend your state. He's just been dancing on TV and saying that when time comes, he will speak. When the time comes, he will speak. He has not even spoken. And they are using him as if is not politically vibrant or is not politically relevant in the scheme of things. But anyway, whatever Atiku wants to do, he should go ahead. If the IU they are talking about, you see, when some people are saying that Wiki help IU to come to power, yes, that was when they were thinking that when the Northerners, when they have the chairmanship, the presidency will come to the South. That was when they fought for IU to have that chairmanship. But when you had that chairmanship and the Atiku refused to respect that the policy of rotational presidency, and the presidency the presidential candidate went to the north. I think the needful was for IU to have step down and allow the chairmanship to come to the south. Since they are not allowing it, I'm happy now. Wike and the rest people they withdrew from the campaign committee. That's what they were supposed to do. So whatever is happening, I think is to the benefit of Labour Party, who will eventually come to power and take over the ends of affairs of the country, so that we have a peaceful country once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you, Mr.
Kennedy. Oh,
Kennedy. Okay. Mr.
thank you very much,
Machiavelli.
Kathy. I didn't know you were back. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
I'm
We are so
back.
happy. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, Mr. Machiavelli, for holding that down for me. I was having a little bit of network issues. Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. You were going to say something, please. Oh, did we lose God's Vision TV? He was here. Oh my
I
God.
think
Okay.
so. I think so. Oh,
All right.
what I was trying to say. Thank you very much. I think I wanted to respond to what that caller was saying because I have known Mr. Two Ninja here, and it doesn't mean that everyone has to agree to each other. Like I said, we need to come on a round table and have a kind of a dialogue conversation, which what we are doing right now. I have never seen a Nigeria more united right now. So I will always urge my brothers and sisters, whether you disagree with me, we must come to the round table and have a rethink and see what we can do to help change what is on ground. So I think we come in here, no one gets paid here. We come here voluntarily. So we shouldn't be attacked that some people don't have a job. That is why they're coming here to do their thing. No, that is not what we are all about. We are here to make sure that we give what is best for Nigerians who are still not understanding what the system is for them. So I really must commend Mr. Two Nigeria for also being here. So we must disagree with each other, but let us try to hear each other's opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli, for that. We have a caller here. Uh, can you please reduce your television set, please? Can you please reduce your television set, sir?
I just paused the video.
All right, please go ahead and make your submission. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, the panelists. Good evening, the viewers. I greet everybody. I greet Nigeria family. See, my contribution this evening, I just want to contribute for this strike of 18. I want to get a question I want to ask Mr. Two Nigeria. You see, all those our senator, our minister, all those people we just they around Buhari. At least those people they receive salary every month, Mr. Two Nigeria. At least we are in Western world. We see the country where we did for here. Don't be so the country take the road. You understand? Everything they do okay for here. So these people they have right to strike anytime because you don't feel they receive 40 million every month. Then maybe they give their children carry better than so. No, let all this is here. I support them. May they go on strike. Even they support our incoming president Obi. This thing even said he make even use our campaign. So Mr. Two Nigeria people, the whole world are watching this platform. And it's a big platform. The way they contribute sometimes, I don't understand you with according to the last caller. Let all this is here. The same person where they dance, so they talk, say, now me dance pass. Now the people, now the viewers, now the people like to say, wow, this guy. So even the cross where they talk, the Two Nigeria they continue to do this thing. We don't know where it stand put. We know people where they talk. Even when they miss many panelists for here now, like people like Mr. Morui, Tiobala, Mr. Andrew. We know even cross where they talk. And you said they try. Two Nigeria, try me. They talk so that we understand you. Please, bros. Now beg I did because the way Nigeria they go now, no, not support our evil leaders. Everybody, the whole world are watching what is happening in Nigeria. That's my contribution.
Okay, thank you. May God bless you too. Thank you so much for that contribution. We lost Omoye's corner also and Mr. God's Vision TV. Please, guys, if you're still here with us on the comments, please hit that link on the comment section, and I'll be right here with me on screen for us to discuss. Thank you so much once again to everyone who has contributed so far. Those amazing people on the comments. I can see Imo Sokri is also here with us. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining. Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Tunaija, Mr. Chooks, Machiavelli. Omoye's Corner was here before. God's Vision TV was also here before. Please join us. I'd like to have you right here with me on the screen. Thank you all so much. God bless you. Brother Nice was also here earlier too. But thanks, guys. We're going to go for a quick break. Then when we come back, we're going to be going around the game for the second time. But I want to plead with every one of you to kindly help us to like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. Please, guys, liking and sharing simply means that you want people to know what is going on around them. I mean, because not everybody actually knows what is going on. I was speaking with somebody today over the phone, and she said I should be Labour Party na the one where they hold broom. I laugh. I won't fall for granted. Say Labour Party na the one where they hold broom. So people don't even know these things. People don't. We might just assume that everybody knows, but some people don't even know these things. So that is the reason why we cannot even get tired of saying the same thing that we've been saying, speaking to them, making them understand why this time around it shouldn't be business as usual. I want to say thank you once again to everyone who has super chatted us today. God bless you all. May your pocket never ever run dry. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back shortly. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. And useful. Obedient and useful. Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. For lights today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, Obi, obedient and useful. Obi, oh yeah, Obi, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. For better life, for better health, for better road. From consumption to production.
Okay, guys, welcome back again. Thank you so much for being here with us today. To our amazing viewers and to those who have called in on the show today, thank you all so much. God bless you guys. And those wonderful people in the comment section. Juno Baseke, I sister, you did dance. My sister, I follow you, they dance for years. The music too sweet. Thank you very much, everyone. But Adventure, I see you right there. Thanks to all of you, Mommy Diaspora, everyone on the comments. I see you all, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you, man of prestige, Brian Nice, Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Tunaija, Mr. Chooks, Mr. Machiavelli. Thanks to all of you who was here, who have been here with me so far, and who has always been here. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I do not take your love and support for granted. I want to say thank you to Mr. Alexander Gomez for the super chat. Thank you so much. God bless you, Mr. Alexander, for your continuous love and support in Nigeria Watch. We do not take your love for granted. Thanks to everyone who has participated so far. May the Almighty continue to bless us. May our efforts never be in vain. And may the Almighty continue to crown all of our efforts with success. Amen. We're going to go around again for the second time before we go get our closing remark. And I'm going to be starting with Man of Prestige. Man of Prestige, please, you have 3 minutes to make your submission and your closing remark. Thank you very much.
Okay, you caught me on the wrong time, but I'm eating. But I'm okay. I'm going to make a submission. Are you hearing me?
You need me to move to the next person?
No. I want to take this. I want to take this opportunity right now. Thank you, Kashi. I appreciate it.
Right.
Yeah, to begin my submission, I think. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, there are certain things that I missed. I couldn't comment on the first time. But anyway, to begin with, about Mr. Niger, I think everybody should respect his opinion in that regard. I know a lot of people kind of view him as a contrary, but that's his opinion. The way he's very consistent about his opinion. That's what I like about him. So don't look at him as a contrary, just opinion. Everybody should have a diverse opinion. If everybody has the same opinion, then we're not going to enjoy this forum. Different opinion. When we come together, we can agree and disagree. and that's what to make the country a better place. But anyway, so you shouldn't be criticizing him or whatever. You know, he's an intelligent man, so he may have a different opinion. It doesn't matter. So talking about the Chinese man, I didn't comment on that one earlier. Yeah, what he did was I consider to be an atrocity, because where I am right now, if such a heinous crime is committed, regardless I'm a citizen of this country, certain crime, they're gonna deport you even at all with your citizenship. So an action should be taken. I mean, a very drastic action should be taken against him, regardless of, he shouldn't have any kind of immunity. I mean, I don't know what his position is in Nigeria. So there shouldn't be any immunity because he committed a heinous crime. It's not that he committed just a small felon or whatever. I mean, the way he deleted that lady was such a heinous crime for not calling him or whatever. If I'm right, it don't make any sense. So that's my opinion about that. So when we come to the space about, he's from China. If you look at the way the Chinese, the government, the way they have been, I mean, they're one of the best, they're one of the superpower right now. How did they achieve that, How did they achieve that position? Part of it was technology and everything, but part of it was corruption. I mean, I'm not a proponent of a military regime or whatever tribune in that regard, but when it comes to Nigeria, I think Nigeria needs such a space. Even at all, I'm not promoting military to come back, because we have come a long way to achieve, the democracy that we have right now. But if something like that should be implemented, just to curb this corruption, because the corruption is killing Nigeria. We're talking about crime, terrorism, and other kind of things that's hindering Nigeria from developing. But I put corruption right up there, if not one or two or whatever, top there, beside the electricity and other problem we have. Corruption should be curbed. If there's a way they can manifest a way to curb corruption, if you do something wrong, I don't care. They kill you, they hang you. As far as I'm kind of a little bit leaning on that ride, but when it comes to Nigerian space, I think that should be adopted, at least, for the first some years, in order to curb that corruption, maybe before it can be relaxed. Nigeria's space definitely needs such a situation. But anyway, I think that's pretty much my submission today. So everybody in this forum, I enjoy it. You all have a nice day.
Thank you very much, man of prestige, for that wonderful submission of yours. I'm going to go straight to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, please, you have the floor. Thank you. Okay. I'm so sorry, Brother Nice. We have a caller here. Please just let me quickly take this call, and it will be your turn. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us today. Please go ahead and make your submission. What's your name and where are you calling from, please? Hello?
Edo State.
Okay, please go ahead, Sam. Make your contribution.
Please, I want to ask a question.
Okay.
This Wike group, how does it impact anything in Labour Party? And that is one. And two, in terms of all those things, we the Southerners.
Kachi, are you there? All right. I don't. Can anyone hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much.
You too.
Okay, thank you very much. I think Katri is also having a problem with the network. Just before she comes back, Mr. Brother Nice, can we have your submission, please?
All right, thank you, bro. Yeah, I just want to make a suggestion. I think it's better for us to make Nigeria a spokesperson of Labour Party. I think that would be very good. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I don't really know what I have to talk about. Machiavelli, what do you want me to speak about?
You just have to give us what do you think about your submission about the whole thing. Just give your submission on what you think, what is the way forward, what Nigeria needs to do. Like what the guy from Edo State actually was speaking, saying before its phone actually went off. He was asking, what do you think about these Wike's wrangling with the PDP? Does it has an impact, an impact at or an advantage to the LP, which is the Labour Party? What do you think Nigeria needs to do, or is there anything that is a bit similar to what, because he's having problems here, it might help Obi? What do you think about it? That's just a submission.
But if I said that I should start from for what you're saying, it has nothing to do with a Labour's Party with Peter Obi. That is just a battle between themselves, their party, or let me say, it's a fraction between them. That is their problem. He's not affecting the Labour Party in any way. So it's even for our own advantage anyway. If we say we should look it from the way you said it now, you understand? So if I have to conclude, I should say they should continue. So they should continue till next year February. You understand? So that one has nothing to do with this movement. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, Kachi is back now. Thank you very much, Kachi. Hope we didn't miss you again.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Thank you
Kachi,
so much.
do you have any question for me?
Okay. Mr. Machiavelli, thank you for stepping in for me. Brother Knight, I just wanted you basically to, round up what you have said before. Basically, we're just going around for the second time.
Okay. Yeah, what I said ASUU they should stand their ground. They should appeal that decision from that lower court.
But now the question now on my mind, right, is this strike has been happening for a very long time. I was so fortunate. I didn't have to go through any of the strike because X, Y, Z, I didn't school year, so I didn't have to go through any of the strike. But it's so painful when I see people at home, students at home that have been home, since February 14th. ASUU have been going on strike for God knows how long. My question now is, if they've been going on strike all this while and they've not been able to solve the problem, so why are they still going on strike? I'm just thinking. Because what is happening right now is that they are putting in the same measure and expecting to get a different result. So I want to find out, do you think they're going to get a different result this time? Because this is not the first time they've been going on strike.
Let me tell you, they should persist. They should not relent. You understand? They should continue because there's no other way out. They should continue with this their stand. You will see federal government don't have chance. They don't have choice. They will turn back and take the right decision. I'm telling you, it's a very stubborn government we have. And if you don't resist them, if you don't persist this way, they will not answer to your plight. So that is my advice for them. ASUU should continue this way because Buhari is a stubborn goat. The only way to fight a stubborn goat is to resist.
Language.
My brother, I don't know the language I would use for that man, because anybody that is seeing things going wrong in a country is telling you that he's not aware. Which language do you want me to use for him? Obasanjo said the last time that he's a dead goat, that if you kick him, he will not move. So which language do you want me to use?
Okay.
They should resolve this problem. You understand?
So you think
the only thing that will advise the students.
So you think if they stand their ground and go on strike some more, something tangible will come out of it?
Yes, it will make a difference. You will see very soon. They will come to roundtable. They will sit down with them and resolve this issue. I'm telling you, it's a stubborn government. You understand? For this time now, if they want to teach, they can study with a loan. Let them be going to library to teach themselves, read books and all those things for this time that they are using for strike. Then government will answer them. That's just the solution for now.
Okay. All right.
So what do you think about my suggestion to make to Nigeria the spokesperson of Labour Party? What do you think about that?
Thank you very much, Brian.
That guy that doesn't like me at all.
Bottles gonna fly for air. I beg you. Thank you so much, Brian. Nice for that. For your contribution right there. So I'm going to go straight to Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, please. You have the floor. Thank you.
Yes, I think basically I've said almost everything I have to say. ASU should sustain the strike. It should sustain it until the government listens to them. They have been surviving since they have been at home. They have been threatened, no work, no pay, and they are still at home. I think the man that is negotiating on their behalf has said the federal government has threatened them, yet they did not budge. Like Brother Nice is saying, they should stay. They should stay the course because they should do it once and for all. It's not that they go back to classes and after 3 months they are back again on strike. I think that it will
Exactly.
not all go well and people would start disrespecting their views and opinions. They should continue to sustain it until the federal government listens to them. Let's see who
Okay.
is going to budge. Like somebody said, it's even good for the campaign. But since the federal government they don't want the students to go back to class, let us campaign with it. Let Peter Obi campaign with it, and I think that will score some points too. So that's what I see there. Thank you very much.
Okay, but in all of this, I hope you guys are putting the students into consideration. I mean, for everything, for what it's worth, they are the ones going through, they are the ones going through everything, right? Because one academic year is gone already. One academic year is gone. So when we're making our
Yes, it's
submission,
gone.
please, guys, please let's
Yes,
put
it's gone.
students into consideration.
Yeah, it's not the fault of the teachers, it's not the fault of the lecturers, not the fault of us, it's not the fault of the students, it's the fault of the federal government. The federal government is giving money to Afghanistan. The federal government is giving money and cars or whatever to Niger, and they are constructing railways to Niger Republic, whereas they
Mm.
refuse to take care of the ASU or the lecturers in the country. That's an absurdity. So we sympathize with them. We sympathize with them, but there's nothing we can do about it. But the federal government must honor their part of the bargain so that the students will go back to classes. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy, for that wonderful contribution right there. Guys, please do not unmute yourself if it's not your turn to speak. Thank you very much. I'm going to go straight to the next person I have here, which is Mr. Chibuzo. Mr. Chibuzo, good evening to you. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
I don't know if you've been
Yeah,
following the show.
yeah. I just have a little bit comment to make on ASU strike.
Okay.
Work no pay, work no pay, and I don't see any reason why government shouldn't listen to ASU whatever is their demand. And don't forget, these are professionals. These are not people you will go on the street and pick and train them in a day and put them in office. These are people who spend time in their educational careers before they get where they are. So, and government cannot, the federal government cannot owe salary to the governors. Government cannot owe salary to the military. They know the consequences. So, but the government negotiate with the bandits, which is common in Nigeria. And when it comes to educational system, government turn deaf ear. They don't even want to listen. This is just unusual. What government is supposed to do is just to listen to the people, give them what they want. This education we are talking about is this is a kind of this is a kind of aware of a beginning of awareness of a humankind, because with education you can do a lot of things, and our government are not doing anything about it. And they look at the children of the poor are the ones suffering. All the kids are in overseas. They don't care, you know. So what happened is the government need to do more. Also need to keep striking, because if I were them, I wouldn't even listen what they are talking about. That is their business. Who want to go to school? Let him find a way, because these teachers are professionals, as I said. They are not people you can just go to the street and pick. They work hard to be there. It's not easy. Not everybody talking about this house, who is against, who is not against. If they tell you go and teach, you cannot be able to find your ground there. It's not easy. So government must listen to these people. These are people who wake up in the morning, they got family to take care of, they got expenses to take care of, they got needs. Where do you want them to go and get all those needs? You must eat where you are working from, where you work. you know. So if government are not listening, and this will result to another thing. And when you are talking about corruption, these are what part of the corruption. I'm not surprised the teachers will go to the school, start selling the school buses, selling their tires, the petrol, they will be selling them because they want to meet up at the end of the month. So this is the arm of corruption. When government are doing this, they're engineering corruption, you know. So they need to they need to do more so that these people must not lack, especially the educational system and the healthcare. Then they don't need to play with all this sector. But when government are busy romancing this nonsense, then it became a problem. So look at the war we are facing now. We are not talking about Boko Haram anymore. We are talking about strike. Students being at home, teachers being on strike. So this is a kind of educational war in Nigeria. So government need to do something. It's not something that we always we talk about this. We don't take any action. Government need to do something about this. You know. So I don't have much to say in this platform today because this thing is making me crazy. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I would like to hear your thoughts on what is happening in the PDP camp right now. We all know that there's chaos in the PDP camp as Wike is asking for the resignation of IU and no and Atiku is not doing anything about it. So now we already know that this is going to affect Atiku's campaign right now because there's division in the party as we speak. The question I'm asking right now is why do you think this is happening? Because if you know very well that this is going to affect your political career of becoming the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria come 2023, why are you not trying to do everything possible to make sure that there's unity in the party? Because I mean, people are leaving, and we showed a video earlier of a bona fide PDP member who says that is a PDP man, but is going to be voting for Peter Obi. So, do you think there's an ulterior motive as to why, or do you think there's a special kind of agreement made by Atiku and are you for them not to acknowledge Wike's demand?
Number one, I don't want to prolong matter. Atiku got no chance to win this election. Why I say so because the current president is coming from the north, and this time around, the north got no chance for that. That one, everybody is aware of it. Not something we need to even advertise. Atiku doesn't have the chance. So I don't even see the reason why he would be coming out and stressing himself. You know, though according to their constitution, they have the right to contest. But right now, with the kind of situation Nigeria is facing, the North cannot handle power right now. That is why you see when the southern governors gathered together, they said that every political party should zone their presidency to the south. But Atiku, they did not listen to them. Then he went ahead and they presented himself. And that is why you see the PDP are failing right now. Because if like he obeyed the order of the union, which is the Southern Union, what he could have done, either they will select whoever is in the South and give the person the ticket. But they didn't do that because of one or two interests. Because I believe because of that IU, this very IU, there is an interior motive. That's why he doesn't want to talk about it. He prefer let the people go than to sack IU. That to show you he's not interested. He's just playing normal politics. He's not interested because if he meant to win this election, what people are telling him to do, he could have done it and said, you can see the people have decided. Just go ahead and find your level. Let me change the reshuffle, whatever I want to reshuffle. But he doesn't want to do that. What he wants to do is just to keep him and let the people go. So he doesn't have any chance anymore. We can left him. That's the end of the PDP. So I don't see Atiku going anywhere. All those things he's doing is just is an advantage to be have collected the ticket from them. That's all I think.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Chibuzo, for that submission right there. We're going to go straight to Mr. Tunaija. Mr. Tunaija, please, you have the floor. Thank you.
Oh, can you? Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me. And I really appreciate the fact that some people try to, defend me. It's better than before when they were talking about banning me and stuff like that. So that is a good thing. But regarding this topic, from what I've said before, that Atiku should do better than he is doing, or he should just come back for P2B. I guess there's no need to be pretending anymore because clearly the guy was P2B to win at this rate. He might as well just come back for P2B. Regarding the more acrimonious this topic of this in ASUU, we are all on the same page. Let's not make the mistake of that, especially all the people on this panel. We are all on the same page that we want our university students to be as good as any around the world. It's the way there we need to consider, and it's also the fact that our children are sitting at home not getting educated. I personally know someone that has been at home since February. He's studying masters and he's not getting educated. And when I'm here in the UK, I see people going to school, and even during COVID-19, they make all effort to make sure people are still in school because they understand that this world is a competition, and you don't leave yourself floundering when others are, accelerating this thing ahead. And this is what I see the country like a machine that needs to keep moving. If you're in a boat and everybody's paddling, and one person decides to jump off the paddle, yeah, you may be tired, but if you jump off, all going to be poorer for it. And that's the way I'm coming from. It's not because I just inherently dislike this in ASUS. If anything, I support their goal. That's why I support the students' protest. I support NLC if they want to protest for this that is of their right. But to damage the state in the process, to damage, in my case, in my analogy, the boat, the direction we are traveling, in the process, you are aiding the people that maybe some people believe that are not interested in education. I can't excuse that. We've been doing this for 4 decades, and some people are beginning to pick up on this now that, you know what? Yeah, 40 years of doing the same thing. Maybe you guys are the most clever people we have in the country. If you cannot figure this one out for after 40 years, maybe you shouldn't be teaching our students. Guess what? Maybe they will sit up then. Because if you cannot figure something out in 40 years, professors, PhD holders, all of them, that simple parameter that says you have a better education after 40 years. If they set an agenda for them, they give them a project to do, in the next 40 years, the education system should be better. And they deliver an education system that is even worse. They should all be fired. But these people come out and just act as if they have moral authority to fight a government that's actually elected into office that has a lot of other priorities, amongst them serving the foreign powers that they have to serve. We have
Niger, can I interrupt you a little bit? Can I interrupt you a little bit? Can I just interrupt you a little bit?
Kechi is fine.
Yeah. Mr. Chibuzo, please go ahead.
Okay. There is a where you are getting it a little bit wrong, Mr. Tunaiga. There is these people you are calling, they are not elected. These are professionals. Buhari is not a professional. These professors, these teachers are professionals. These are not people you can go on the street and pick and lure them into the office. You can become a president of Nigeria. You, Tunaiga, you can handle the affairs of Nigeria, but you cannot handle the affairs of a professor. You can't teach. That is a different profession, because if you have a family, you can become a president of any country. The way you treat your family is the way you can treat the country. So that's a little bit something I want to correct you there. Those are professionals. They are not people that you can just underrate. President is not better than them. That is one thing I want to correct you a little bit.
Okay, Mr. Chibuzo. Mr. Tunaiga, please go ahead.
Yeah, my take on that is that professors are simply people that have specialized in one area of study. They've focused on one area and learned it deeply. They are no special people. I don't understand why people think just because somebody reads one thing over and over again for 10 years, they suddenly they are special than people that have this thing. an overview of the entire systems. There is a reason why some people are vested with the power of the commander-in-chief while others are not. That commander-in-chief's decision making affects lives. It keeps 200 million people alive or dead. The professors, what are they? Whom are they keeping alive or dead? Do you know the soldiers that swear allegiance to the commander-in-chief, that are willing to die for the commander-in-chief? We act as if sometimes that the country is just made up of one section. It's made up of multiple sections. And like I said, even our leaders have to answer to someone. So that is something we have to keep in mind when we are talking about these things. Because when people give their consent, we are in a democratic system. When people give their consent, that is where they vest power into these officials, which in other words, the officials become their employees. But if our employees are being hijacked by another group of professionals that nobody voted in, then maybe we should call them out and say, you know what, if you want office, go and take office and change your education system if you are so keen on it. After all, the Hong Kong protesters, they protested until they got elected into office. So there's no reason why these lecturers for 40 years couldn't have found a way to get their people into office if they have the support of the people, truly have it. So this is a democratic system. They should embrace the process. And I think that the damaging of the nation in terms of the tertiary education system is something that we can't just excuse just because you mean well, because other professions are suffering the same thing. Can you believe how many people are suffering all over the country? Some of the lecturers actually earn over 1 million. There are a lot of people, and we keep comparing them to politicians that we hate. You want them to be like politicians that you hate? You don't want them to be like that. You want the politicians to see this in their money to come down, not to be driving this in naira per month. Some of them are even earning less, which that's the average. Some of them are earning less. Some of them are earning 20,000, 30,000 per month. And we are advocating that, okay, these people should have a right. Instead, they should have a divine right to hold the country's education system hostage. Why are all those other people earning lower money not have the right to do the same thing? If we all do it, our country is going to just go upside down. So that's why I say we have to rationalize these things. I understand the passion against the government because they have 70 to 80% of the blame on this. You see, when I talk about the professors, I call them out because they are educated and they have been doing it for 40 years. Buhari has been in office altogether for about 10 years or so. These people have been around for a long, long time. They've been doing it even when Abacha was in office. And they still carry on the same thing. And our education system is getting worse and worse and worse. They have to think of a new strategy here. Because even if the federal government gives them everything they want, the education system is still not going to be good enough to compete around the world. It means something is missing and they refuse to think any other way. How is it that these so-called professors that we say they are special, how can they not figure that one out? Thank you.
Mr. Tunaija, you call them so-called. Now, wow. Your matter heavy for
Yeah,
my
can I
mouth.
respond to him? Can I respond to him a little bit?
Let us
Mr.
finish first. Everybody still have a lot.
I'm going to come back to you because we still have people who are yet to speak. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Chooks, please. Mr. Chooks, you have the floor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kachi. I don't know why after Tunaija speech you just call me direct. I dey fear.
Can I take your position? Can I take your position then?
I'm calling it according to how it is
No,
on the screen.
I was just joking, because that word, Kachi knows that I'm not gonna like that word he used. So-called professors. I mean, it's all of us are passionate about.
I mean, no disrespect by it as a professor. I just mean that it's in terms of the strike.
All of us are passionate about our country and the goings on in our country. And sometimes the way we see it is not the way others see it. I just want to reiterate that. So these people we're talking about them. For me, they are professionals. They teach our president. They teach our engineers. They teach our doctors. So if they cannot teach us proper, if they cannot teach our doctors proper, do you expect me as an ordinary citizen to have confidence when I go to hospital? No. So it's when we talk about education, sometimes we misunderstand education. Education is the foundation of every society. Every society, their foundation start from education. And who are the holders of this foundation? Is the teachers. Let me not even use the word professors, the teachers. So if we cannot respect the teachers, there's no respect for the country. Because I don't know how the government think they can disrespect these people who are professional. I'm using that word, professional, in their field. Just look at every job that the government controls. These people are trained by these same professionals. And when this professional says, this is what we need to train these people to be able to do this job perfectly, and we're having an argument over it. I've said it in the past. There's no way we're going to get good leadership in this country except our educational system is complete. It's good for something, not when it is good for nothing. This is why so many sectors in our countries are being misused, because nobody cares. But if the professors, the university system start realizing that now, I think they deserve our support. I've said this here before. I've listened to Professor Wole Soyinka when he said he advocated for them to go on a full year strike so that when they sit down to discuss this, they will find a permanent solution to this. For over 40 years, just like Tunaja have alluded, for over 4 decades, this has been going on. And this is what we mean by you can't continue to do the same thing all the time and expect a different result. And that is where I think this this latest ASUU strike is coming from. Because they cannot be doing this. Oh, when they gather them, oh, don't worry, don't worry. They give them the peanuts. Hey, don't worry, don't worry. They go back to school. And after some months, the reality will start unfolding itself again. So this is why somebody like me, I'm not happy. I have people who are in this same university system right now. I'm talking to them. And I've asked this question here earlier. Where is the opinion of the students? If anybody has seen where they interviewed the 1 or 2 students, let the person let me know. Because this thing is just like it's between ASUU and the federal government. But the main victim, the main people, we are not talking about them. I asked this question before and nobody touched on it. Because if we hear from the students, we will know who to blame. I'm saying this, and I took my time to ask that question because once I hear from the students, I will know if actually I'm going to be blaming ASUU. But right as it is now, I am still blaming the federal government because they have the key. They have everything. If they want to sack all the distance, let them disband them and sack them. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to send the soldiers to go and teach them, or the police, or whatever? Who? Because it is easy for us to say, hey, disband them, sack them. And you think the kind of anger or the kind of things they've been witnessing for years, you think when they disband them, some of them are going to come back and reshuffle themselves into the same system? I don't think so, because already they have lost their earnings. So it's going to be difficult for you to convince them to come back and become a new body and start teaching again. So the federal government right here, I think they go to forget about their court or whatever, because they control the court. Imagine in a country where the judges, as important as the judges are, they told them once it's 4 o'clock, there's no more generator. Switch it off, go home. Tomorrow, if they're on strike, you and I will be here again arguing they're not supposed to be on strike. Do you know the important position they hold? But right now, they are crying and nobody sees it. During the last, was it Chief Justice of the Federation? He ordered them, and he is having over 100 million stolen by him. And maybe tomorrow, if he was still in the office, maybe tomorrow, people like us will come here and argue that they have no right for whatsoever to go on strike. I mean, that country, the way the people who call themselves rulers are behaving, really, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like nobody's gonna talk to them. Nobody's gonna do anything. Impunity all over the place. All the sectors in Nigeria is filled with impunity. Once you are there, you do what you want. When you get out, the next person come, even that person has good intention to do right thing. When he see the way you behave, he just does his own way. We cannot continue like this as a country. Let us support these people. Let the federal government come down from its high horse and discuss with these people and find a lasting solution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chooks. We have a caller here. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Please go ahead and make your submission.
Good evening. My contribution is just because of the ASUU problem. You understand me? Because I hear many people attack to Nigeria. I know say to Nigeria always different from its submission from others. So let me just say, what brings all this problem is just because of our government. You know, our government supposing they respect the most worker that government has, which they're supposed to respect, is teachers and electoral and the policemen. You know, I heard that today that the judge asked them to go to school, to go back to their work. The judge know that the judge passed through this program. These are the people that taught the judge before he become a judge. He passed through this. These people need to be answered. Government need to answer those people because these are the key to the nation. These are the people that hold the key to the nation. The teacher, the lecturer, and the policemen. These are the people they're supposed to be paying heavily, even though before the time of their payment, they're supposed to get alert on their phone. Now, government have an agreement with them, and they failed. So I believe intention of money and affair. They need to give them their demand before they go back to school. If they should go back to school now, and later if they go back to work now, and later they strike again, they will be counting it. They have to wait and stay now and for all before the government answer them. If they answer them, the time government answer them, they need to go to school. That's my suggestion, because ASUU cannot go to school and later they will now strike tomorrow. So the government have to abandon to their call before they go back to school. So there's no need of their going back to school now. Tomorrow they come back again. So it's not good. They need to answer them once and for all for this very strike they are in now. So that's my suggestion to it.
Right.
To Nigeria, please, let me just talk to Nigeria. He's my friend. To Nigeria, even though before to Nigeria, I always comment on to Nigeria, say he need to end his view positively, because to Nigeria, due to his way, he think that he's pity for the student. He's pity for the student. That's what I feel. you understand me, to his own submission. He's pitying the student. But we cannot pity the student so that the lecturer will continue be striking all the time. The best thing, the student have to war the government so that the government have to listen to the ASUU so that they will settle them once and for all so that they will go back to school. So please, we all should talk, be in one accord. We should beg the government to answer them so that they go back to their work. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Monday, for that wonderful submission of yours. To Nigeria, they cause kasala everywhere. Thank you, Mr. Monday, for calling, and to everyone who has called so far. Guys, please help us to like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. Helping us to share and liking simply means that you want our voices to be heard. You want people to understand what it is that we're doing here and what is going on around us. Okay, help us to like and share, and please support us by using the $sign to the right on the comment section. God bless you all, everyone on the comments, our lovely viewers, those who have called in on the show, and to our amazing panelists that we always learn from every day. Thank you so much for doing this with Naija Watch again today. Guys, please do not hesitate to join us every day, Monday through Saturdays, 10 a.m. Nigerian time, for our newspaper headline reviews, Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, for our discussion, just like this one we're having right now. And every Friday, we have our debate, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Please endeavor to join us on all of our shows. Thank you so much, and God bless you. We love you. We appreciate you. Make we vote wisely come 2023 general elections. Well, I'm going to go straight to the next person I have now, which is Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kachi. Thank you very much, everybody. One thing I have to say, I must commend everybody right now, whether you're on the comment section. I commend all of you that has been here today. I'm listening to you all. It gives me joy today, because you will not know that Nigerians are now more politically oriented in every ramification. People are calling from different places. Everybody cannot just say to Nigeria is bad. I love what he's doing, and I love what he did today. Even though you blame him that he was been causing a lot of controversies, but look at the way he came out with an olive tree to say, well, I understand, but this is my view, in a very civil manner. You see, this is one thing I love about Nigerians right now, because we should be able to talk to ourselves, whether we disagree, but we are talking to ourselves. But everybody should think backwards. 10 years ago, if people comes out, something like that comes out on the news, nobody's interested. Concern me, we help. I beg you, maybe I want to. But because of the situation, everybody's now, getting more enlightened, educated, and we want to participate in the affairs of governance, everything that will help boosting the situation in Nigeria or the society around us. So I must commend you guys. But that being said, what Me-Too Nigeria is saying, he has his opinion. But I still believe that he said one thing, that we live in a democracy. I was so happy, because democracy actually gives the right to everybody to have their own opinion. So he disagreed with ASUU, but let us go back to what happened. What are we talking about here? Education. What is the importance of education in our system? Now let's look at the definition. Education is how you teach a person to use logic when making sense, making decisions and interaction with people. Example, boosting creativity and enhancing times and management. Right? Now, look at everybody that is here talking, including me, including somebody mentioned Wole Soyinka and the rest of them, even the president right now, the people who are contesting, every of them. If they don't have this education, where would they be? Nothing to write home about. So it means that the education is very vital in our own society, in our everyday life. Even somebody who has not been to school, But if you ask the person to come, he will understand what you say. So that's education, impacting knowledge or impacting something into someone. So let us look at it this way. The problem is what causes argument. The people in the society, everybody is important. So I consider everybody's role as important to the government because they have a responsibility of making sure that everybody in this sector or everybody in the under them, they are controlling, must also be listened to, and they must adhere to their own, problems. So what am I trying to say here is that even if you talk about security, somebody who is a security, if there is no security, if the place is not secure, how are you going to live in that place? So if there's no education, we will not have people going to different higher posts or higher positions to, so that they can get ends meet. So these people are actually suffering. They also have people who are under them that they have to feed on. And if the government are not giving them what they need to do or the machinery to carry out their job, they will not get anything to impact on us, on our people. So what am I trying to say here is that the government have to understand that it is very, very important that we should deal with this issue right now. And that is where I must support ASUU. Use what you have to get your demand. And I even urge the citizens, the students, including me, that we must join hands together so that we put an end to it. So that when the government is going to that table to talk, they should be prepared. And ASUU to be prepared so that we'll iron this thing and we don't want to hear it anymore. Because for us to thrive as a nation, for our democracy to thrive, we must be ready to make sure that whatever we are giving the government, we must tell them it must stop. And we should also do our own to make sure we don't jeopardize whatever we are putting on ground. Because if the government pays them their money or give them what they want, they cannot tell us, they cannot give our student what they want. So it's a three-way here. So we need to make sure that each and everybody gets what they want. So I must commend everybody once again. Let us try to see where we can talk to ourselves. Like I've always said, let us not attack anybody. Let them bring their own opinion. We are all educating ourselves here. And I love this platform. I love the people. Please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe because I am learning from you guys just as you are learning from me. We must all come together to have a common goal. Thank you very much. God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli, for that wonderful contribution right there. Let's move straight to the next person we have here, which is Walter. But guys, help us to like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. Now,
whoever you are, shame. That's the shame unto you. All power belongs to Jesus. That's the shame unto you. All power belongs to Jesus. That's in a gangaru. All power belongs to Jesus. That's the shame unto you. All power belongs to Jesus. I see the walker, he depend them. I see the sweet us, he depend them. And I promise them, I'm here to bury them. As he depend them, he dey see with us. As he depend us, he dey pay. Oh yeah, say as he depend them, he dey see with us. As he dey see with us, he go dey pay. Hey, yeah, yeah. As he depend them, he dey see with us. As we get there, yeah, he go bury them. So I said, they will know who is who. As he depend them, he dey see with us. As he dey see with us, he go depend them. As he depend them, yeah, he dey see with us. So as he dey see with us, he go depend them. You know, Ancient of days, how old as you are, how old as you are. Never change. Ancient of days, as old as you are, as old as you are. Yes, you will never change.
All right, guys, welcome back. We just decided to take a quick break. Let's move straight to the next person we have here. But guys, before we do that, help us to like and share this broadcast, people. Please help us to like and share. Thank you very much. And do not forget to use the $ to the right on the comment section to support what we do here. Thank you so much, and God bless you. I want to say thank you to everyone who has super chatted us before now. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. We do not take your love, your support, and encouragement for granted. God bless you all. Mr. Walter, please, you have the floor for the next 3 minutes. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Ashe. Good evening, my fellow panelists. Good evening, all people who are listening. Sorry for coming late, but I so enjoy this topic. You know, education is the foundation of everything you want to do. Even in the local village, they have their way of educating each other. Then when you take it to the civilized world, the Western and even the Asia, they have their way of educating. Coming to Nigeria, our own here, today, you can ascribe all this maladministration because we lack some level of education. Now we are trying to get things right. This ASUU matter has been lingering for decades now. If we have good students, we have good leaders. Today, Nigeria has a lot of money that to spend it becomes even a problem of Nigerian leaders. Forgetting that if you cannot educate the child today, you will not get the man tomorrow. Today we are blaming. We have this, the senators are doing their own, the executive, even the judiciary, though they went to school. But if they were properly taught the rules, I don't believe what we are having today, the word corruption, will be minimal. Now, these people have been agitating for something for so long. Not that we don't have the resources. We have the resources. But because we believe we want to take a shortcut, we just do things anyhow. And the leaders, ASUU leaders, because while I was in school, we went on strike several times. And they'll say, some people, some school of thought will come to say, you can't just forget this aspect of life. Just don't worry, because you strike for 3 months, go back to school. The government will see to the problem. They will go back. And the government will come and go. Another government will come and go. Another government will come and go. Another will come and go. Because they are not, if the ASUU leaders, right from time, if they were so faithful, because some of them, so one way or the other, they are corrupt even, if they stand by the agreement they made, that if you don't do this, we will not do this. Some people, of the truth, some people will call them that they are wicked. They don't have because their children are not students or their relatives are not being affected. But the truth be said, let me tell you the truth, the frank truth. If as we go back today, 20 years to come, this problem will still linger. But if there's all this one, all it to the list, even if it is 2 years, I have a cousin, my niece, they're at home now. But if you ask me, I will support this strike. Let them get it once and for all, so that tomorrow they will not be go on strike. Today, everybody is going to Europe to study, going to America to study. And Nigeria, we have all the things here. Go to America, you have the best in the academics. We have the best in the medicine. We have the best in all sectors. Why are they leaving Nigeria? Because of if you strike for too long, you are wicked. Because your child is not being affected. That's why you are holding this for too long. Please, strike. Strike is part of democracy. If you want to express your grievance, you go on strike. So I don't subscribe to that school of thought that say because we strike for 7, if it is 3 years, let's sacrifice it for the young ones coming up, so that in future they will say, some people sacrifice this good education we are having today. Yes, some people die for this democracy we are enjoying today. So let some people suffer the strike for this one, so that their children will benefit from it. You cannot train engineer in Nigeria today and say ask the engineer to come and invent something. Why? Is it that we don't have the brain? We have the brain because we don't have good structure. We have good lecturers. Go to US, go anywhere, China. Nigerians are teaching there, but they cannot come home and teach because they don't have the facilities. So why are they striking? If you ask the first question, why are they striking? They are not striking because of their benefit alone. They are striking because of the young ones yet unborn. If we have good research centers, we have good system here. Nobody, believe you me, nobody will travel to America, travel to Europe, because there's more unfriendly weather there. We will all school here in Nigeria and become who we want to become here. So please let everybody suffer it for once and for all, so that we get good education for our young ones to benefit. Let's not say because we suffered for 11 months. If it is 20 years, let's suffer for it once and get it right. Because even democracy we are enjoying today, some people die for it. For instance, Martin Luther King died for America, for them to enjoy this, what they are enjoying today. So why not just be patient? Because if you say you want to go to school because of sympathy, believe you me, why we go? Another person will come and inherit it again. That one we go. So I believe if you want to strike for a purpose and stand, because as the strike is lingering today, because some people took bribe. I could remember some leaders took bribe then. They just bribed them and forsake the agreement. So now people are getting the awareness that no, we cannot continue like what our predecessors did. Let's just hold this once and for all. Now they are saying they are wicked. They are this, they are that. Yes, you can name them, but I support them 100%. Even though my two cousins are being affected by it. I still told them yesterday, please, you people will suffer this thing for young ones, even your children yet to born, to enjoy. So that is my take on it. So please, Nigerians, let's just hold the government to accountable. Nigeria has money. If they don't have money, I believe I will be the one telling them, please consider the country. But Nigeria has money. Just imagine. Recently, they brought money to us that some of us even forgotten. That is Abacha loot. If the government had the thought of ASUU or the education system, they will say, okay, since we don't even plan for this money before, we don't have money. Okay, let's take part of it, not even all of them, and give them to kind of cushion them. Say, okay, take this. Later, maybe after some months, we see to the other ones or try to make them. They don't do that. They use it to develop somewhere. How can that develop the people more than education? So I don't know. That's my little concern here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Walter. It's so good to have you here today. It's been a while. Thanks for your
Mrs. Kachi. Miss Kachi.
Yes, Mr. Machiavelli.
I wanted to ask. This is the first time I'm seeing this, Mr. Walter.
No, he has been here a couple of times.
Mr. Walter, I'm pleading, please. I love what you're doing, and please always join us here. Now, this one they are people. Nigerians, we are coming there. We will get there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. Thanks, Mr. Walter. Thank you. It's been a while we had you here. I'm so glad that you're here today. Thanks very much for everything you just said. I really do appreciate you. Please endeavor to join us more often. Thank you very much. God bless you. I also want to say thank you to Mr. Pansat HD for the super chat. Mr. Walton, are you make Mr. Pansat give us this super chat too? So thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Pansat, for this. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. Let's move straight to Joy Udoka Alazia. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining me today.
Hello, Kachi. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Please go ahead and make your submission.
Good evening, everyone. Kachi, it is so sad that some people are blaming the lecturers and the professors. Kachi, these people are humans. They have families. They have responsibilities. As we are speaking now, one of the professors in Uniben has gone blind because he has no money to treat himself. And last month, I just saved another from losing his sight. A Uniben staff committed suicide because of this. Just imagine what that man has gone through before he committed suicide. To Mr. Tunnaija, these people are special. Yes, they are, if not the most, but one of the most special people on earth. It's so sad that they are in the wrong country where no one cares about them, but belittle them. Even the students are not even trying to come out for these lecturers too. Tomorrow, if not for these lecturers, we're not going to have doctors. We are not going to have engineers. We are not going to have scientists. These people, in fact, it's just so sad, really just so sad that they are in the wrong country. Special people in the wrong country. That's what I call them. Thank you, Kachi. Good night.
Thank you, Joy, for coming out here. Now, I've been seeing you on the comments. I saw you on the comments. I knew that particular word was what dragged you to the panel. I totally do understand. I also support that. Lecturers are one of the most important people on earth. Thank you very much, Udoka. Please endeavor to join us more often on the panel. Thanks for your submission right there. I also want to say thank you to Mr. Joseph Oji for the super chat. Mr. Joseph, you always support us. God bless you. God no go forget you. May your pocket never run dry. Thank you so much for the super chat right there. I really do appreciate you. Guys, please help us to like and share this broadcast if you're yet to do so. And if this is your first time here, please endeavor to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we are on live like this. Thank you so much. God bless you. And please endeavor to support us by using the $ to the right on the comment section. And God then will continue to bless you now. Mr. Pansat, please, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's been a very good session as always. I've been enjoying it. I tried to call from my meeting earlier because of what's going on, but there's been a lot of people who agree with Tunnaija, because obviously there's an angle to what he's saying, which is our students being out of school for 7 months. That is not good. And we have empathy for that. However, we have a situation where in a country, you have students out of school for 7 months. What kind of society do we have? What kind of government do we have?
Mr. Pansat is actually 8 months and counting.
See, I'm just trying to be conservative. So what's the leverage that ASUU has? What influence do they have? What power, authority, weight, sway? They don't have anything but us. The government has all the arsenal that anybody could have. They have the money, they have the courts, they have the agencies, they have everything on that side. The only thing they have, anchorage, support, is from us, the society. In any developed country, this is enough to vote people out of office. But our society, we cannot tolerate a government that does everything by fear. If that's the case, then nothing can work, period, because the government can always make you do something. But the most dangerous thing is to attach the government with patriotism, like to say, there's anybody who is fighting the government is unpatriotic. What a nonsense. So I haven't enjoyed this debate because I have my eye on the ball. The government we have, it's no good. It's the enemy of the people. They don't want education. Even if you take it to the states, what's going on in the northern states with Amajiris, just retarding our society. You know, it's almost like I'm angry every time I'm having a discussion here. A jolly good fella like me. But in the last couple of years, there's nothing to be happy about or to praise this government for. Who is us relying on in their fight with the government? It's us. We can't support or be on the fence on this or try to make the government who we should owe our patriotism to. They negotiate with terrorists. They don't arrest those who negotiate with terrorists. They're paying themselves salaries that everybody's been complaining about, the kind of money that is being spent in government. So it behooves me how somebody as smart as Two Nigeria will come here and keep diverting our attention. Now, I've said it from the 28th of this month, when we get in the campaign mode, unless the other side is employing democratic tactics and say, hey, let's have a debate, everybody has a free opinion. No, unless they're doing that. But if they're going to be arraying people like FFK and the guy who's the speaker for, the representative for Tinubu, who's also in government, by the way, those kind of characters are not going to be playing fair. They're going to be lying. They're not going to allow anybody such as Two Niger on their side. So we're not going to do the same thing here. The government is so obviously no good. Who doesn't know that it's wrong for students to be out of school for 7 months? But there comes a time when the society have to put their foot on the ground and say, you know what? We employed you. You're government, and you're going to have to be responsive to the needs of the country. So I have tried to avoid this debate because I got my eye on the ball. We're going to have to change the whole thing, take our country back, so that when there are issues like this, at least we're dealing with somebody who's negotiating from a goodwill, from a good standpoint. So let me say that I don't want to come off Mr. Two Niger as against you, because obviously I like you. Many people have said that here. You are an asset. But at least don't rely on the fact that you can be a contrarian. This is the time to look at everything in totality. This government, yeah, if you just break it off with this ASUU thing, fine. If they're doing everything else correctly, but they're not doing all the other things correctly, we know who this government is. So ASUU rely on the society, on us, and we who are trying to take our country back, we need moral support. If you come here to dampen our spirit and try to be milk toast, that's the word. You know, you try to be milk toast in your outlook, then we're gonna just give up and go back to the way we've been that brought this government in the first place. So I'm begging, I'm pleading with you. You're intelligent, you're ubiquitous, you're in all the platforms.
Okay.
All right. So I couldn't wait to engage you, but it has to be like a dialogue. I want you and I to have a dialogue. I could meet you anywhere in a chat room somewhere so we could talk. I want to know where you're coming from.
Okay.
Before the 28th. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pansat. Thanks to everyone who has contributed so far. Thank you, Mr. Pansat, Mr. Walter, Mr. Chibuzotu, Ninja, Mr. Chooks, Machiavelli, everyone who has contributed so far today. I really appreciate every one of you. God bless you for your continuous love and support. I mean, you guys could have chosen to be anywhere today, but you always choose to do this with us. And for that, God bless you all. We really do appreciate you guys. We do not take your love and support for granted. God bless you. I appreciate every one of you. And to those wonderful people on the comment section, oh my God, like I always say, you guys always make that comment section very, very interesting and enlightening. So thank you for always taking time out to do this. I can see sometimes people say, oh, I'm at work, but I'm here listening and I'm chatting at the same time. So I'm grateful, guys. Thank you so much. And to our amazing viewers, we cannot do this without you. We cannot come here and keep talking to ourselves every single day. So thank you guys for doing this with us again today. God bless you. May our effort never be in vain. May the Almighty continuously crown our efforts with success. God bless you all, and may the Almighty keep blessing the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let's quickly go on a short break, and I'm going to be coming back so we can have our closing remarks. Thank you so much, guys. Please stay tuned. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you.
Yes, so we can pepper them. Pepper them. With your designers, you pepper them. Pepper them. Rich make pepper them. We are so pepper them. Your designers, they pepper them. We are so pepper them. Pepper them. Rich make pepper them. We are so pepper them. Your designers, they pepper them. We are so pepper them.
Oh my God, I don't know why I keep playing that particular one. Seeing designers, making designers pepper them. I don't understand. Your designers pepper them, making a character. So he goes everywhere with a live band. Oh my God. That man, a really, 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 really big character. Honestly. Please, guys, please don't unmute yourself. Please don't unmute yourself if it's not your turn to speak. Please don't unmute yourself. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Okay, guys, we're going to be taking our closing remark right now. Let me just take time out to acknowledge those people on the comment section. I can see Mr. Vine Maxwell, our brother, all the way from Ghana. Thank you so much for being here with us. June Obaseki, Joseph Oji. Thank you so much. And also thank you for the super chat today. Mommy Diaspora, thank you for always doing this with us every single day. God bless you. I can see Bruno Lee. Thank you very much, Bruno, for being here with me. Mr. Tunanja is multitasking today. He's on the panel and he's also at the comment section. Thank you, Tunanja. Tunanja, today you just a shine. Everybody just they give you better compliment. Thank you for doing this with us. I can see June Obaseki too right there. Thank you for being here with us. I really do appreciate you guys. I can see African Text is right here. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I appreciate you all. God bless you. Mr. Joseph, I see you too right there. Chukwu Emeka Kamara, I see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate every one of you. Onwuka Ebuka Collins, Ebuka, I see you too right there. Thank you so much for doing this. Mr. Smith George, I see you. The Queen Valerie, I see you. Mr. Pansat is also right there on the comments. Thank you so much for doing this with us. I really do appreciate you guys. Like I always say, guys, please, just in case we do not call your name, please know that is not intentional. Sometimes the comments are a lot and it's very possible for us to skip some names, but I always say for us, putting your comments on the screen simply means that we acknowledge your presence and we appreciate you for being here with us. I can see Kate too much right there. Thank you for joining us. I can see King Akbasa I see you right there. Thank you so much for being here. SD, I see you too. Mary Ojo, I see you right there. Thank you so much. Imo Stokri, I see you right there. Bella Naomi 1, I see you too. Thank you so much for being here. I can see Mr. Chooks right there on the comments. Thank you so much for doing this with us today. I really appreciate you guys. I see you all. Kate too much, I see you. I see every one of you. I can see Ogadima Sunday. I see you too right there. Thank you so much. Boluwaga Laditi, I see you. Doka Joy Alazi is also right there. Luke Bogbadia. Okay, I hope I got that correctly. Mr. Amechi Kyobi is also right there on the comments. I see you, Mr. Amechi. I see Jan Feb Mark DC. Gerard Portunovo, I see you too. Simon, I see you. I see you all. Thank you so much for doing this with us. God bless you. I can see Okemute right there too. Thank you guys so much for doing this. I see God sent also right there. Mr. Chidi Domike, I see you. I see you all. Femi Bash, I see you. Thank you all so much for doing this with me. God bless every one of you. We're going to be having our closing remark now, guys, and I'm going to be starting from Mr. Chooks. So, boys there. Mr. Chooks, please, your closing remark. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Mr. Chooks, are you there, please? Okay, I just have to go straight to the next person. I think Mr. Chooks is not ready for us. Let's go to Mr. Machiavelli. Mr. Machiavelli, please.
Right, thank you very much. Let me just give my closing one. And thank you very much, everyone that has been here today. And to us, concerned citizens, please don't put your mind in this Wike and the PDP or the other parties, what is happening around them. My own submission is all of us must work together to enable these people that are taking us backward to go away. We cannot rely on the failure of PDP and say, Wike is doing this and doing that. It's all nonsense. They cannot use us to climb. We are going to climb ourselves so that when we are giving them, whoever we send there to work for us, what they need to do, they must be able to do what we ask them to do without any fear or favor. And all we will make sure that our vote will be counted. We are not relying on anyone again. So I urge all Nigerians, don't be carried away with what their nonsense and their shenanigans. Let us continue to educate them and not to indoctrinate, so that they don't indoctrinate us with their nonsense anymore. Thank you all. Thank you also for coming here to listen to me. And please, let us have one accord. God bless you all, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Tunanja. Mr. Tunanja, please, 1 minute to make your closing remark. Thank you.
Yeah, accountability is what I will end with. When one is seeking to do something, there has to be a time for taking ledger, and so that you find what they have accomplished. For 4 decades, when people keep doing the same thing, many of the people that disagree with me, their views has held sway for 4 decades. I used to be one of them. But sooner or later, you have to ask yourself when you are getting conned. Both sides, federal government and ASUU, they have conspired to destroy our education system, just like they damage our oil industry, they damage our power system, they damage our society, and they keep our people poor and our nation weak. I can't excuse that. And when people keep telling me I should acknowledge these people, the people that are responsible for these things are damaging us. That is why our country is like as it is. We can't keep excusing their behavior. This is what we have been doing for decades. Something has to change. And sooner or later, people have to demand clear accountability. What have you been doing for 4 decades that has been failing? Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Machiavelli. I totally do understand the angle that you're looking from. Let me just go straight to the next person we have here. So, guys, please help us to like and share this broadcast if you are yet to do so. Please help us to like and share. And if by chance you just stumbled on our page and you're watching us right now, please help us to like and share, and also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can always be notified whenever we come on air like this. Naija Watch is a platform that talks about what is going on in the country, some things that affect you and I. This is where we come to air our views, to say our mind, to talk. So please, guys, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you will always be notified. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Chibuzo, please. Mr. Chibuzo, please go ahead and make your closing remark. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for everybody listening. You see, this problem of ASUU and the rest of them striking. I mentioned this, that these are professionals. Government mustn't toy around with them. But the same government, these are the government that does not support education. They don't want people to drive. They don't want anybody to succeed. And these people, who are trying to bring Nigerians down. And I asked question last time that where is the Northerners? Can you go any street in Nigeria today? Who are the beggars in Nigeria? Are the Northerners. And the Northerners are not taking advantage of this goodwill coming their way to support P2B. You know, all those raw materials that we have as a human machines, those who are begging. And don't forget, this government want to drag us to go to Alamajiri. They want us to become Alamajiri in Nigeria. And if we don't take time, this is where Nigeria is sinking to. And what we have to do is to mobilize ourselves and make sure that we bring this government down. They don't want to promote education because education is the key of any nation, whether they like it or not. And that is why Atiku said that in the north, that area, you don't go there. And that's why you see a lot of beggars in the north. They don't do anything, they beg. When you walk, they come and beg from you and collect your own because they don't want to work. The structure of the government in the north disorganized, everybody became all kind of raw materials, from became bandits, from became beggars, from became whatever you can call them. So this government from these people, they don't want to promote education. They don't want it. So please use this platform and mobilize the Northerners because they are turning them to beggars. They want Nigerians to be begging food on the street, you know. So ASUU should deal with them nicely so that next time they will not attempt this thing. Because these ASUU are the ones who that train them to wherever the position they hold today. They train them to presidency, they train them to doctors, they train them to become a governor, they train them to become a minister, they train them to become whatever they are today. But they're taking them for granted. A country that exists, education is the key. If you don't fund education, whatever politics you are playing, you're wasting your time. This government doesn't support education. The people of Nigeria from the north should rise and bring this government down. We don't need to be playing. That's my take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chibuzo, for that wonderful contribution of yours. God bless you. People of God, I hope so when they get everything, or make una they help us, they like and share as soon as they watch. So, because this message not be for only you and me. Please help us to like and share. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'm going to go straight to Mr. Walter. Mr. Walter, please, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
Okay. My closing remark will be thank you for everything you've been doing, and for my fellow panelists. You know, that's the beauty of democracy. We come with different views and try to align. But the truth is that for ASUU and the government to have an agreement, I believe it was for the development of Nigeria. That's why they had an agreement. So now, anybody who's not there should think, why did the government agree to pay so amount? Is it not for development? Then why are they turning back now not to meet the developmental plan they had? So I think we should support the ASUU because this thing has been lingering, like I always say, for 40 years now, according to Nigeria. Because some people who represent ASUU, they've been corrupted, they gave them money. Now, we are so aware of it now that Nigeria must be good. And if Nigeria must be good, we must stand, because strike is an instrument to express your grievances in every facet of life. You must not shoot God. You strike so that the people will know that you are angry. So that's my little, well, let us try to get it once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Walter. Mr. Pansat, please, you have the floor to make your closing remark. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was, I wish I was here the whole day. But Tunaja, I have a question for you. Maybe you could give me an answer if you want. I want to ask you, 10 pounds of steel and 15 pounds of feather, which one weighs more?
It's obvious now, the 10 pounds of steel.
Now, NBC,
what did you say? What's your question?
Oh, no, sorry. It's 15 pounds of wet feather, sorry.
You gave me
Mr. Pansat, what was your question?
My question
I listened to the actual words. 15 pounds of
10 pounds of steel and 15 pounds of feather, which one weigh more?
It's 15 pounds of feather.
Yeah, he got it right this time. But I was gonna say, now NBC, you know, go work for ASUU for your life now if you choose 10 pounds of steel. So let me say that there were 3 important items that were here on this platform today, of which ASUU is the smallest one. But we didn't talk about the rest, whereby Wike pulls out of PDP campaign. So we should be rejoicing. It's happening. This earlier today, I think it was our time in the United States, I was telling to Niger that the fact that Buhari went and made a declaration at the United Nations that he's going to do a clean election where he's not going to put his thumbs on the scale for Tinubu. And that is a big deal. That's what we're concerned with. When we get this election right, things like ASUU and all these problems we have will be resolved civilly, democratically, with good faith. Until we get that right, nothing is going to work. There's nothing working. Nothing, not the economy. Now, when to Niger listed about 3 or 4 or 5 verticals, and he says this kind of people, that's why nothing is working in this country. I forgot those sectors that he named. He named off about 3 or 4 or 5. But you remember, ASUU is only a variable in all those 4 verticals or sectors. The government is a constant. They're in all those things you're naming, and it's not working. So they're not dealing in good faith. They have no respect for us, the citizens. So I have invited you to Nigeria. I want to have a one-on-one debate, and not a debate, a dialogue with you, because you could be an asset if you can make up your mind and know that we have to crawl before we walk. Let's first get the government right, and everything else is going to fall in place. And this is the time to do that fight. So before the 28th.
But just to correct one thing, it's actually the opposite. ASUU is the constant, the government's change.
No, you named about 3 things, 3 or 4 areas that are
No,
not
no, but
working.
the government is a continuum now. Government is a continuum.
Yes, and ASUU is only in education, but
And ASUU has remained there forever, even from Abacha till date.
Right. Oh, there is no doubt that Buhari is not the genesis of our problems. No, we've had a problem all along, but he came made a promise that he's going to then fix it. So right now, he's the one on the hot seat. The buck stops with him, but he didn't start with him, obviously. But also remember, we've had better. Okay, we've had a better country than we have right now. So there's no excusing him. That's what I mean. You could absolutely make those arguments you make because that's not 100%. There's no panacea. There's nobody who bears the entire burden. But nitpicking it, that's where the problem comes. We gotta be focused. You're a great soldier. You're smart. You're educated. You're ubiquitous. Like I said, you're all over the place. So having you
Hello,
in our
Mr.
corner.
Pansa,
Yes.
this one where you just the Totori Mr. Tunanja Guinea, where to the place? That's something that we don't know.
Okay, no.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No.
He missed me serious harm. This kind of praises, I'm really worried now.
I did it to Mr. Emeka. I did it to anybody who is wrong. Okay, now that's it. If somebody is wrong,
is not here anymore. I pray for myself.
No. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm giving you a lot of credit by telling you that you're smart. That we need you to help your country. We need to take the government back. So there is nobody. For example, let me just end with this. I know that I'm holding up this session. Let's say Obi, okay, he comes out, he's not a saint. As far as if he's a sinner or not, the Lord already told us there's no saint, not even Queen Elizabeth. So if Obi has little blemishes here and there, but then he's competing against somebody like Tinubu, you can't sit back on the fence and say, you know what, after all, I can't make up my mind who I'm going to support because Obi may not be able to do a lot of things that I want him to do. Do you understand? The primary is over. There's some hard choice to be made. So this is the time to determine who's going to be president. So out of those 3, you have to then go to war to choose, make that choice. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So if you start nitpicking and say, you know what, I don't like the way he smiles, I don't like his voice, but then over here, this person, we don't even know his name, and he's taking all the money from the state of Lagos that should be used to do other things. Do you
Okay, let me ask you one question. Since you asked me one question, one quick one.
Okay,
Do you know the name of the
Mr.
head and
Pansat,
the head and
Mr.
the second in
Tunanja,
command of ASUU?
Mr. Pansat and Mr. Tunanja, you guys
No, I
will have
don't.
to come back.
You
You guys
see,
will have to
we
come
are
back
supporting an
tomorrow.
institution where we don't even know who leads.
Mr. Tunanja, Mr. Pansat, please, you guys will have to come back tomorrow because it feels like you guys are discussing something entirely different. So
All right.
you guys might have to come back tomorrow to finish up that.
Okay, I'll listen to you to Nigeria at some other point. I wanted you to make that point, but we'll do it afterwards. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Pansa. Thanks to everyone who has contributed so far. We appreciate you. I can see Jerry Icons is trying to join, but your device is not connected. Please turn on your mic when you're trying to join us so we can accept you on screen. But right now, I cannot accept you because it's showing me here that your device is not connected. Okay, it is connected now. So, Mr. Jerry, I'm just going to give you just 1 minute, please, because we're already rounding up the show. So 1 minute, Mr. Jerry, please, 1 minute, make your contribution, please.
Okay, I want to say thank you for this program, for educating our people.
Thank you, Mr.
Because
Jerry.
this program have really done a lot for Nigeria people, but you that is doing the program, you may not know what you are doing. You have enlightened so much people to the extent that we are now aware that we truly need this this awareness for all Nigerians. Every day, it pains my heart for me to see that
Oh, we lost Mr. Jerry right there. Oh, okay. Mr. Jerry, if you can hear me wherever you are, please endeavor to join us tomorrow on our newspaper headline reviews by 10 a.m. tomorrow Nigerian time. And also, we're going to be here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Friday for our debate. So endeavor to join us tomorrow, please. Thank you so much. God bless you all. To everyone who has contributed so far, I appreciate you guys. Mr. CM just joined. Mr. CM, we don't close church Agbasa. Mr. CM. Mr. CM, can you hear me, please?
Yeah. What's happening?
Mr. CM, we don't close church Agbasa. We don't close.
Okay, that's nice. Tomorrow is another.
The show?
No, I just popped in. I thought I would have. I didn't finish what I wanted to do. No, I was a bit free earlier today. Coming there, was it afternoon? Then now, it's okay. Tomorrow is another day. There's no problem.
But you know tomorrow is our debate, so we're starting by 6 p.m. tomorrow Nigerian time. So please endeavor to join us. I would have really loved to hear your thoughts on what we're talking about today, but no problems. Tomorrow is another day, just like you said.
No
want
problem.
To say,
and always check what I told you about the cost of living because it helps when people hear it from us. No, it's true. It's I know.
You're totally
just
right.
Randomly you ask whatever it so that people will know the type of inflation and the hardship. So that if you say vote wisely, some people will not feel annoyed. Vote wisely. Okay, thank you. Good night.
That's right. You're very correct, Mr. CM. Thank you very much, Mr. CM. And to everyone who has contributed so far on the comments, on the panel, and the viewers, you guys have been amazing. And to all who super chatted us today, thank you guys so much. May your pocket never run dry. I sincerely, wholeheartedly appreciate you. God bless you. May your pocket never run dry. To all our Ninja World fans and family out there, we appreciate your love, your care, your support, your prayers. God then will continue to bless you. I really appreciate you all. God bless you until I come your way next time. My name is Kachi. Endeavor to join us tomorrow, 6 p.m. for our debate. God bless you. Bye and ciao.
Our great Nigeria is possible.
possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah, hey. For lights today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. I'll be obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, Obi, get it, get it, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. Get it, for better life, yeah. For better health, yeah. For better road, yeah. Get it, from consumption to production.